Couldn't make it last Sunday? Here's a recap just for you on this Sunday Snapshot.
Holy Gospel according to Matthew, beginning with the 10th chapter. Jesus said, "Whoever welcomes you welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. Whoever welcomes a prophet in the name of a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever welcomes a righteous person in the name of a righteous person will receive the reward of the righteous. Whoever gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones in the name of a disciple, truly I tell you, none of these will lose their reward." The Gospel of the Lord. Please be seated. So, in sports, were you a starter or did you ride the bench? Were you on the A honor roll, the B honor roll, or maybe you didn't even know there was an honor roll? In gym class, were you the pick first, near the top, or were you the last? Here's the thing about the thing. Most of things in life self-regulate. For me, science class was a disaster. Gym class, A+. But for most of the top students in science, less one or two in the entire school district, they were terrible in gym. And so the picking of the teams in gym class was role reversal. So now you know how the gym rats feel when they hand out the science test results. I mean, you can't be good at everything. How busy would you be? In band or choir, were you first chair, second chair, or third chair? Did you sing the solo? Were you selected to be in a quartet? Maybe you were in drama. Did you have the lead role, the part of an ensemble cast? You had a few lines, just sitting at a table, no lines, or were you the tree? Were you the bush? Just stand there and look like a tree. For the last couple of weeks, Jesus has been very demanding of those who wish to follow him. If you haven't been paying attention or attending, I'll give you a wrap-up. If you wish to follow me, go and heal the sick. Cast out demons, raise the dead. I'm going to send you out with nothing. Good luck. I'll provide, or somebody else will. Oh, I almost forgot. People will reject you. People will yell and scream at you. Some will even try to hurt and or kill you. Just think of all the things employers do nowadays to entice people to come work at their outfit. Salary, flexible work schedule, remote opportunities, advancement, matching 401k, medical, dental, vision, daycare on site, dry cleaning, haircut, nails, and yoga. Come work for me, says Jesus, and if you don't die trying, you're going to be able to at least smell it from where you are. Sign up today before all the spots are closed. That is, until Jesus hit them with today's message, whoever gives even a cup of cold water to someone who's thirsty, you will also receive your reward. Surely you remember when your kids were young, and this is the assumption that you had more than one kid, because if not, it doesn't work. Here we go. Why can he take a shower and I have to take a bath? Well, because he's older. Why does he get to be in T-ball and I can't? Well, because he's older. Why do you help her and you don't help me? Well, because she's younger. Why is he allowed to use a scissors and I can't? Well, sweetie, the last time we gave you a pair of scissors, you cut off your own ponytails. That's why. To any of the disciples who had heard the old requirements had to be thinking, now wait a minute, why did I sign up early? There has to be some kind of mistake here. Back when I started to follow Jesus, we had to literally stick out our necks. Then again, what do we say to our grandkids, if you have them? When we went to school, we walked to school uphill both ways. So what's the deal with the text today? Did Jesus finally figure out that those who wish to follow him are so bad that he has to lower his expectations? Actually, I could probably answer that with a yes. But upon more thinking, my answer is no. And I have 5 points to back it up. And you're wondering why 5 points? Well, a couple weeks ago at happy hour happens on Mondays at 4. They talk about wine and then the sermon and then something they're watching. And I was given raspberries by somebody who was on Zoom that I went from 3 points to 5. So I wanted to have 6 today, but I'm going to only go with 5. The person who's responsible is in here and over there. That's all I'll say. Point number 1, this is not a test that we either pass or fail. It's a way of life. This is not about doing enough good to get into heaven. That may work. In prison with cigarettes, I don't know if they still do that, but if you have kids, do you want your children to be nice to all people? Yes or no? Even if your kids are old, do you want them to be kind to their siblings? Yes or no? If they do those things, do you actually love them more? Do you actually treat them according to their performance? And those who are underperformers, do you treat them differently and less than? Or one last question, do you have a system where kindness and they're even doing what they're told somehow link with the amount of money they get in their inheritance? Yes or no? For the record, in today's text, when Jesus said, you will receive a prophet's reward and none of these will lose their reward, it's not do this and I will give you that. Lest we forget we're Lutherans. And as Lutherans, it's like this. You have a child who's in the youth group and decides to go as a group and individuals to rake an elderly person's yard in the congregation. After it's over, your child looks at you and says, so what do I get for going and doing what I did today? Do I get my name on a slide before you goes? Maybe all the people who were charitable, or maybe in the Thursday email, I'm going to get an honorable mention. At the very least, I should get more aid the next youth trip I take. The parent replies, from my understanding, that is not how it all works. So then why did I do what I did? You raked the yard of Marie Olson, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right? Yes. Was Mrs. Larson home when you raked her yard? Yes. Did you see a smile come upon her face? Actually, now that you mention it, she had a smile from ear to ear. That's why you did it, sweetie. Now go clean your room. Are you punishing me because I don't understand all this stuff? No, I'm telling you to go clean your room because your dad and I bought you a t-shirt. I went into your room and I couldn't find your bed. Clean your room. Well, what do I get if I clean my room? You will sometime find the shirt that your dad and I bought you because we love you. Number 2, maybe Jesus is, as they say, crazy like a fox. One may think that simply giving someone even just a little glass of water is insignificant. But let's consider this, that most people, most families, most organizations, even this great country, is quite good at rising up when things literally hit the fan. When there's a hurricane, when there's a flood, when there's a forest fire, especially when another country attacks our countries, oh boy, do we rise up. And as they say, the cream rises to the top. In that light, I want you to take note of the friends who offer to help when no one else is around. Take note of your friends who, after everyone has left the party, stick around and say, how can we help you? Far too many people shine brightly only when the lights and the cameras are on, if you know what I mean. Point number 3, our mission statement as Christians is not do as I say and not as I do. This is where it gets a little tricky, and if you're around a Norwegian, you might have to help him or her. We are all sinners. We all miss the mark. But I've seen nurses who work in oncology standing outside the hospital smoking a cigarette. And I go, I've noticed more than a few police officers in this great vicinity of ours who, when they change lanes, do not use their blinkers, and I want to make a citizen's arrest. It is important to adhere to those things we say we believe in. It is important that we adhere to the things we say we believe in. I'm going to show you a clip. It's from TikTok. Do not get lost in the humor. Do not get lost in the humor. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Jesus, I am late for church. I'm just going to speak this parking spot into existence right now. Just name it and claim it, Jesus. Oh, for heaven's sakes, use the crosswalk. I have the fruit of the Spirit, but y'all need to move. Ooh, she is going to wear that into bounce your eyes, bounce your eyes. Jesus, give me a miracle. I need a ram in the thicket. I love this church. It's just like come as you are. You know what I'm saying? How do I load though? Does the jacket go with the shirt? Oh, good Lord. Guests, single parents, expected mother. Who doesn't have a parking spot these days? I have been here 27 years. I deserve respect. Oh yeah, go ahead, take my parking spot. She probably needs Jesus more than me, honestly. Use your mirror. How long does it take to back out of a... Jesus, give me strength. This is so honestly, there better be coffee. There better be coffee. Y'all are gonna make me park in a handicap spot. Oh look, there go the homeschoolers. I swear if somebody took the last jelly donut, I will. Don't make me get out of the... Oh, move
hey, are
that...
you on the ministry team?
Not today, okay? Oh, you're gonna drive a Lexus? Okay, I know where your treasure's at. Not in heaven. The sermon series is what? Putting others in front of yourself. Oh, this doesn't apply to me. I mean, for heaven's sakes, move out of the road. Look at this truck. Where are you going? A church or a Trump rally? Finally found a parking spot 15 minutes late. Oh, it is way too cold out here, but you better bring a shuttle or I will watch this service online.
You ever been part of that video? We'll go to the next point. Point number 4, if you see something, say something. Apparently, people as a whole are not very bright. You want evidence? I'll give it to you. On a frozen pizza, in big letters, we find the words, "Take the cardboard piece from the bottom of the pizza, throw it away, and do not put it in the oven." So why is it there? Because a lot of people are not very bright. People have not only burned their pizza, but also their house. That's why it's there. You and I are at the airport. How many times do we hear two things? Two things. Number one, there is no smoking in the terminal. There has not been public building smoking since the mid-1970s. If something changes, they're going to let us know. But in the meantime, do not smoke in a public building. But we know why they say it, because people try to smoke in a terminal. Or, time and time again, we hear, do not take luggage from anyone in the terminal. Are you kidding me? I don't want to bring all the crap that we have to bring, and actually somebody wants us to take something else. How dim are you if someone comes up and says, I am going to Minneapolis and so are you. Will you please take this in my place? They're not going to Minneapolis. They're doing something wrong. And we know why they have to say it. Back in 2005, a man was fighting to have a protective barrier put on the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Why was he doing that? Reason number one, every two weeks, someone jumps off or attempts to jump off the bridge in San Francisco. Number two, the man who was pushing for the fence years prior, he had jumped off the bridge and clearly he had survived. The morning that he was planning to jump off the bridge, he made a deal with himself and he rode the public bus, and his deal was as follows: if someone said hello to me, I will call the whole thing off. If someone asked me if I was okay, I would decide not to jump. If someone even made eye contact with me, I would give life one more shot. No one said a thing. No one even looked at him, even though he was in so much pain that he was shortly thereafter going to jump off the bridge and try to end his life. As soon as the people heard about this in that great city, they were upset about the fact that there was going to be a fence. Talk about the forest for the trees. When every 2 weeks, year after year after year after year, someone jumps off the bridge to try and end their life, and we're upset about a fence. If you ask me, I think we've lost civility year after year. Things like respect for people, for places, for things, for positions that will remain long after the people who hold them. Recently, there have been real incidents where people have been assaulted, and every single person in and around that assault takes out their phone and they start to film it. And they reconcile their decision to not engage because they're worried about being hurt, but also they want to have footage of the assault. But how much footage do you really need? Well, what if the person doesn't live? And what if the person does live, but they are watching all those people just standing by, filming, and not lifting a finger to stop and help? Just to let you know that I am not asserting that I'm a better person, but I've told you this before. For 3 years during my life, I was bullied every day at school. Students walked by. And they thought to themselves, well, that's unfortunate, that's sad, and some even thought to themselves, well, I'm glad that's not me. Teachers walked by. Teachers walked by. Teachers walked by and didn't stop it. There are different ways to be hurt. There's physical, there's mental, psychological, but also spiritual. Point number 5, what I've learned from driving a Corvette and the Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, to be in my mind. About 23 years ago, to be exact, one of my brother-in-laws bought a brand new red Corvette. It was all the bells and whistles. It was a convertible. It was super. It was wonderful. It has those exhaust pipes. You pay more for it to rumble. I noticed a number of things when I was blessed to take it. With that car, I was willing to drive 100 miles one way to get a gallon of milk. At stoplights, even soccer moms in minivans wanted to drag race. It was a little off-putting and a little weird, but it happened. Number 3, in time, I noticed that other people who drove Corvettes would wave at me. They wave with their index finger like this. It's that finger. In Naples, I don't see that finger, but it's the right index finger, and all of a sudden, it took me a while to realize that's all. Oh, everyone in a Corvette was waving to me. Why? Because we are part of the same club. If you know anything about Harley Davidson riders, they will put their arms out like this. If you drive a Honda, you don't get that. Yamaha, no. Kawasaki, no. Harley Davidson, we are part of the same club. Which thankfully brings me to the last point, which is what I learned from Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and the gang, the phrase one for all and all for one. One for all and all for one. You want to redact 5 points into one thing? I'll do it for you. One for all and all for one. That's what Jesus was talking about. He trademarked it even before Disney. If they're nice to me, they're nice to you. If they're nice to you, they're nice to me. And we are called to even give a cup of cold water to someone who's thirsty, literally and metaphorically. simply by doing great, big, little things. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're little. But we're called to do them. Not every once in a while. Every single day. And to whom? Anyone who needs it. Which last time I checked is everyone. So help us God. Amen.
Thanks for watching this week's Sunday Snapshot. Please give us a like, share with family and friends, and subscribe for more of what Emmanuel has to offer.